Hey Group 4, it's your classmate Sierra. I just got finished watching your group informative speech and I have some feedback for you. I wrote down things that you did really well and also some things that you could work on, both as a group and also individually, so I hope that this helps you for your future presentations. So some of the things that I have for you as a group was that I recognized that you only had 3 people to do your whole group speech with. So some of the things that you were doing had to be different, like the timing of everyone's speech and everything. And I thought you overcome that challenge really well, especially with Haley, your first speaker, who did both your introduction and also a little first piece herself. So that was some things that I thought you did really well. Also, your transitions between people flowed really nicely. Like the ending of one person's went really well into the beginning of the next person. And also, your framing and your lighting was good for everybody. So through everyone's, I could see their whole body, and also I could see their face really well because the lighting was good. And also something that I noticed that not everyone in their groups were doing was not everybody had the same format for all their slides, and that's something that you guys did. So your whole presentation looked like it was one presentation and not pieces of one put together. And the one thing that I had for you to work on for a group was I just had some organizational things that I noticed. So the topic of your group was how to enroll and be an online student, or how to be a successful online student. And you went through your advantages, your challenges, and then your ways around those challenges. And I thought to start off, if I was thinking about like how to format how to be an online student, it would be like how to enroll, or how to choose a major, how to study, how you can fund your college, how it's different being an online student than it is being a classroom student. And that's something that you talked about. I think Mackenzie was the one who talked about it towards the end of your speech, and I kind of expected to see those at the beginning, the how-tos. So that was all for just a little organizational things. And so Haley, for you, since I did mention your introduction and how you also did a first part, which I thought you did really well at, your tone of voice and your personality and your speed of your voice, those were all you did really well at them. So you didn't speak too slow or too fast. And so the one thing that I had for you to work on was you were talking about your topic was how to be a successful online student, and you were talking about advantages. And so I thought your topic was a little bit more like a persuasive than an informative. Like you were talking about all the good things that you can benefit from to enroll in being an online student. And it made me want to enroll and be an online student even though I'm already an online student. So I thought you were kind of convincing somebody about convincing someone to do something instead of explaining to them how they can do it. And then Rakea, for you, you spoke with a lot of confidence and you didn't use your notes a lot, so you seemed like you were really prepared for your portion of the speech. It didn't seem like you were nervous or that you needed to use your notes in order to get through your section, so you did really well at that. And the one thing that I had for you to work on, which is something I also have to work on, is varying your tone of speech with different emotions. So instead of just speaking like using your one tone of voice that you normally use, you just have to vary your speech a little bit so that you don't lose people along the way. And Mackenzie, you were very personable both in your voice and your gestures, so your gestures went along with what you were saying really well, and you could tell that you weren't nervous and that you were good at speaking with your hands. And you also lean towards the camera a lot, which I do when I speak, and it shows that you're like a friendly, engaging person, not just kind of like shy and closed off. And the one thing that I had for you to work on was in the background of your frame, you had a fan that was spinning, but the only thing that made it really distracting was that it was basically right behind your head. So whenever I looked at you, I could also see the fan spinning right behind you, so it was just a little distracting. But overall, you had a really good speech and you all did really well, and hopefully this will help you with your future speeches.